Ambedkar had his first whiff of how even a superior officer, if he is an untouchable, is treated by the lowliest, a sepoy. This learned man, who had earned a doctorate from an American university, could not secure decent accommodation. Thrown out of hotels and even from a Parsi guest house. So humiliating was it out by the high caste staff official of the state that Ambedkar returned to Bombay disgusted. And thus ordained Manu, untouchable, howsoever and venerated he is in stature than the lowest of the caste Hindus, men, women, and infants. A brief stint as a lecturer at Bombay's Sydenham College, and then this unusual young man of learning who had launched a crusade against the system of caste, attracted the attention of Shahu Maharaj of Kolhapur, himself a reformist prince who worked hard to break the hold of Brahmin priests on society and emancipate the downtrodden. It was at this juncture in 1920 that Dr. Ambedkar, under the patronage of Shahu Maharaj, launched a fortnightly to articulate the anguish of his depressed community. The journal was appropriately titled Mook Nayak, the Dumb Hero. After all, Dr. Ambedkar was the greatest follower of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, that outstanding man who championed the cause of women and the depressed in the 19th century. Soon, the prince offered him a scholarship to complete his discontinued studies in London, and Dr. Ambedkar set sail for England in July 1920. While resuming terms at the London School of Economics and Gray's Inn, Ambedkar turned his full attention to general reading, giving a free rein to his avarice for knowledge and books. The British Museum Library, the famous repository of knowledge for centuries, to which many a great man of learning had made a pilgrimage seeking enlightenment, was Dr. Ambedkar's favorite haunt. Ambedkar virtually starved himself to buy books. In case, his funds did not amount to much, £8 a month. He lived frugally, hardly spending anything on clothes or transport. He often trudged on foot to different libraries to save money. He completed 2 theses for the London University: Imperial Finance in the Provinces of British India and The Problem of the Rupee. In London, Dr. Ambedkar simultaneously put in terms at the famous Gray's Inn. A man of versatile intellect, Dr. Ambedkar, even as he completed his thesis at the university, was called at the bar, the highest honor any person of his background had achieved till then. And although fully immersed in this academic pursuit, Dr. Ambedkar never for a moment could forget his people back at home. The inhuman plight of the untouchables was his unending obsession, and he frequently wrote to his wife, asking anxious queries. Dear Ramu, I am writing this letter from a distance of 3,000 miles. I know my absence has thrown a very large responsibility on you, but I am sure you will bear it with fortitude. Be sure that our children study hard.